You know, I wasn't really expecting Microsoft of all people to release a game developed by Bethesda with a very unique art style and a heavy focus on music and hitting things to the rhythm to be one of the first games to come out of this year. And I sure as hell didn't expect it to be a potential game of the year. Holy shit!
Hi-Fi Rush is honestly fantastic in every sense of the word. It's some of the best hack and slash action in the last couple of years, alongside stuff like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, and some of the best rhythm game gameplay as a bonus? Sign me the fuck up! Everything about this game feels like a fever dream that transports you into the early 2000s era of video games, and it absolutely rules, owns, kick ass, the whole 27 yards, and my god, I did not know I needed this game in my life, but I am grateful it made its way into it unannounced. The game is an action game in which you play as this absolute disappointment of a man-child. I wouldn't be surprised if his parents dropped him.
That makes two of us, brother!
His name is Chai, and he is part of a new test program for some cool robot-arm stuff. However, as a result of a bunch of mishaps, he ends up being labeled as a defect, joins up with a band of guys who don't like the bad conglomerate corporation, and plan to stop them from doing the bad things. You could not ask for a better, simple monkey brain plot if you ask for one, but this game isn't here for the story, it's here for the style, and it's here to stay! Early in the game, you gain access to the makeshift guitar that makes your main weapon, and you quickly get accustomed to the name of the game. This is a game in which to get the maximum value of it, you need to do stuff to the beat of the rhythm, and if I had to do a lame YouTube comparison, I will say more forgiving Crypt of the Necrodancer combined with something like Devil May Cry. Anyways, yeah, the gameplay is pretty much a normal hack and slash, but you go to the beat of the music. You have your basics, strong moves, specials, you gotta dodge, parry, you can call in some assist and you gain more of them as the game goes. And in the overworld you do platforming, quick thinking, grappling hook shenanigans, and more! Everything about this game has absolutely been done before, however it is all so refined and made so intentionally it fits into the style of the game and makes everything stand out more than it actually should. The attention to detail in this game is, it is absolutely insane. Everything goes to the beat of the rhythm, including the platforms and the platforming sections, the enemies attack to the beat, the background details also go to the rhythm. You can't make this up! While writing the video I realized that the HUD also goes to the beat of the music, and it's like, I feel dumb for not even figuring that out. It's only enhanced by the fact that the game looks absolutely marvelous, dog! I find it funny that I talked about video game graphics being too realistic nowadays, and then one of the companies that always does hyper-realistic games does one of the most visually distinct and detailed games in the last decade. The art style pops with the comic book aesthetics, and the game knows how to use it to its favor. The cutscenes are so well animated and full of life as well, and on many occasions it seamlessly transitions from 3D to 2D back to 3D, and it looks good at all times. These people are cooking something for real, bro! The moment you get launched in the air and see the scenery at the beginning of the game, I ain't got a hi-fi rush, that shit's just an adrenaline rush, brother! And the animations are so goddamn good, man! Okay, so, the combat in the game is a blast. Bottom text 2. The combat is dynamic, many enemies need different approaches to beat them, and a lot of the time successfully using the party members you collect throughout the game is pivotal to actually playing the game well. Fighting and hitting the enemies to the rhythm is absolutely, unequivocally, definitely satisfying like you will not believe. You can feel the power and the oomph in every punch you throw, especially at the end when you throw the QTE attacks, and even those feel so good. This game is magic on my body, whoa! But one of the elements that make the combat feel especially good is that the animations are an absolute treat, and we've got the whole bakery here. The animations show the characters' personalities all the way, and they just look good in general. The game looks good in general. The game is just great in general. And the game has some banger music. I do believe that if you don't turn on streamer mode, there will be copyrighted music on the game. I didn't turn the option for streamer mode, so I probably had a lot of copyrighted music throughout the entire game. Even then, the music is really freaking good, man. They are catchy rock tracks that are energetic, blood pumping. I'm starting to run out of adjectives to describe stuff in this game apart from this shit is wicked. Play Hi-Fi Rush for $30, available now on Steam, the Steam Deck, Xbox Series S, X, and Toaster, and the Game Pass for PC and consoles. In a year in which we're getting Spider-Man 2, Octopath Traveler 2, Tears of the Kingdom, Final Fantasy 16, and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Hollow Knight Silksong, in a game in which we are getting so many bangers after motherfucking bangers, it is nice to see that certain smaller studios are getting the creative funds that they need in order to make truly fantastic games like Hi-Fi Rush. And my god, does this game just slap in every single regard. And this game really makes me hopeful for what the future of Xbox games will be. There have been so many Xbox games that have been so fun, but people never really talk about them generally with the Xbox brand because they weren't really exclusive. And I'm sure neither will this one for long, but I am sure that this will help people recognize that Xbox can still make some cool games, even if they aren't completely, well, exclusive. The Ori Duology, Cuphead, and Psychonauts 2 are some of the best video games in the last... What do you mean Cuphead came out 6 years ago? Well, I was gonna say that some of the best games in the last 5 years, but I guess the statement is a bit invalid now, ain't it? Please play the game. For the love of God, it is some of the most fun you will have for the next 6 to 10 hours. You will not regret it.
Well, that's all for me. I'm just a random stranger on the internet. But for now, just call me Pseudo.